Jesus did not come to be worshipped. Jesus came to be emulated. Jesus did not come for you to put Jesus on a pedestal. Jesus came to show you that all that I did, all that I built, all that I created, you can do it as well. That's what all it is. It's about the journey from flesh to spirit. But if you are focused, oh no, Jesus, I'm gonna put Jesus on a pedestal. You start seeing Jesus as this higher figure, this higher entity that, oh my God, is outside of me. All the things he did, he created, he experienced, he affirmed. Only he can do that. No. That's not the purpose of the figure of Jesus. You can think Jesus as a historical figure, a psychological figure, a spiritual figure. But the whole point is to emulate Jesus, not to worship Jesus. Because when you worship Jesus, you are saying, look at what he did. Look at what he did. Look at what he said. Look at the way he was. But when you emulate Jesus, you are saying, let me do likewise. Let me think likewise. Let me speak likewise. Let me embody likewise. Worship says, oh, look at what he did. Look at what he said. Look at where he goes. Emulation says, let me do likewise. Let me think likewise. Let me feel likewise. Let me speak likewise. Let me act likewise. Jesus did not come to be worshipped. Jesus came to be emulated. If anything, see Jesus as a blueprint. Not just a savior that, oh, you know what? I'm going to wait for Jesus to come back. Jesus will save me. Jesus will fix me. Jesus will heal me. Jesus will do all those things. No. Jesus did not come to show only what he could do. He came to reveal to you, to reveal to me what we are capable of. When we are fully aligned with spirit, when we are fully aligned with the God within, when we are fully aligned with the creation, the creator and the creation are one. An apple tree and an apple fruit are one. If you plant an apple tree, you can only have apple fruit. If you plant an orange tree, you can only have orange fruit. The child of a snake is a snake. The child of an elephant is an elephant. The child of a dog is a dog. So the child of God is a God. Again, Jesus did not come to be worshipped. Jesus came to be emulated. The difference between worshiping Jesus and emulating Jesus is when you worship Jesus, what you are saying is that you have this passive admiration. You put Jesus on a pedestal so high that his teachings can start feeling unreachable or undoable. But when you choose to emulate Jesus, what you are doing is that you internalize his life. You embody his consciousness. You act from the same spirit that Jesus acted. From the same spirit that dwelt in Jesus. You act from the same spirit that animated Jesus, that gave life to Jesus. Worship is, look at what Jesus did. Look at the way Jesus acted. Look at the way Jesus feels. Look at the way Jesus thinks. Wow, oh my God. Emulation is, let me act likewise. Let me think likewise. Let me speak likewise. Let me behave likewise. Let me create likewise. Instead of seeing Jesus as some external figure, see Jesus as the blueprint. That his miracles, compassion, wisdom, power, creativity are not just for him. That's it. They are available to all of us. That we can do as well. So start emulating Jesus. And when you choose to emulate Jesus instead of worshiping Jesus or seeing Jesus as a savior, when you start emulating Jesus, when you embody and you accept the same consciousness that Jesus has, you accept it as your own, and you choose to emulate Jesus, you know what happens? You start you have this sense of radical love. Even your enemies, you're going to bless them. Even your pain, you're going to bless it. Even your misery, you're going to bless it. You have this inner stillness. Instead of being anxious, oh, let me do this, let me go where, oh my God, what's going to happen? I'm going to lose, I'm not going to happen. You just have this inner stillness. This inner calm. All is well. I can go through this. I can overcome this. Instead of panicking, you have stillness. Have you ever saw Jesus panicking? So why do you panic? Have you ever saw Jesus anxious? So why are you anxious? Have you ever saw Jesus living in poverty? So what makes you think it's okay for you to be in poverty? And I already know, before any of you be like, oh my God, Jesus didn't have possession. He didn't even have a house. He only has one cloth. He had no mansions. Because Jesus knew that anywhere he goes, he's going to find a place. Why have one house when you know you can have a house anywhere you go? Did you ever saw Jesus begging? Do you ever saw Jesus going without? No. Because abundance, wealth, Jesus had it, so can you, so can I. So when you emulate Jesus, you also accept that. The same way Jesus was abundant, I am abundant. I can be abundant. I deserve abundant. The same way Jesus was wealthy, I can be wealthy. I deserve wealth. When you emulate Jesus, you have this confirmation, this conviction that you are in control of your destiny. Did you saw Jesus letting outside circumstances, outside opinion, outside events, outside situations break him or make him question his power, his worth, his value? But how many of you do that? Because you felt, oh, I'm not worthy. Because you made a mistake, oh my God. Because something went wrong, oh no, I'm a loser. Instead of worshiping Jesus, get to the point when you can emulate Jesus. I'm not going to ask you, do you believe in Jesus? I'm going to ask you, are you becoming like him? Are you awakening the Christ within you? I'm not going to, I don't think I have ever asked anybody if they believe in Jesus. I'm asking you right now, and comment. Are you becoming like him? Are you awakening the Christ within? Are you worshiping Jesus? Or are you emulating Jesus? Becoming Jesus? Embodying Jesus? Because true discipline, because true discipleship is not admiration. It is incarnation. True discipleship is not admiration, it's incarnation. I'm not going to sit here and admire, oh my God, Jesus was so wealthy, so positive, so healthy. Oh, he speaks so good. He thought so good. Oh my God. No, I'm going to incarnate it. I'm going to speak good like Jesus. Think good like Jesus. Act good like Jesus. Do good like Jesus. Whenever you have poverty thoughts, sick thoughts, fearful thoughts, those are not Jesus thoughts. So think rich thoughts, positive thoughts, wealthy thoughts, healthy thoughts, happy thoughts, because those thoughts reflect Jesus. I'm going to say it again. Jesus did not come to be worshipped. He came to be emulated. Instead of you admiring Jesus, incarnate Jesus. If this message unlocks something in your mind, comment the word Jesus and follow me for more. True Through discipleship, it's not in admiration but incarnation. Follow for more. Okay, I was doing 2 videos. This one, as you all know, YouTube, TikTok has a time that you stop. Okay, it give you a certain time and span for your videos. And by the way, I started a new challenge, which is a 31-day challenge to renew your mind. And it's available on here on YouTube, and it's also available on TikTok, right? But the topic's still the same. And put it in the comments. What are your thoughts? What are your beliefs? When you think about Jesus, what do you think? How do you feel? How do you feel? Do you be like, oh my God, Jesus, all the things that Jesus did, that's it, nobody else can do it, nobody else can become it, nobody else can have it? Through discipleship, if you consider yourself a true disciple of Jesus, it has to be reflected in your actions, your thoughts, and your attitude. Because one thing is to admire something, the things that somebody has done, has built, has created. Another thing is to embody those things, to execute those things. If you say you are a believer of Jesus, by the way, as I say, I don't ask nobody, do you believe in God? Do you believe in Jesus? My question is, are you becoming like him? Are you awakening the Christ within you? Are you awakening the Christ within you? Are you awakening the presence of Jesus, the presence of God within you? Are you awakening that? Are you in touch with that? Because once you believe, you're going to believe. Believe enough does not change actions, does not change attitude, does not change your mindset. And if you don't change your mindset, you are not going to change your life. Jesus did not come here to be worshipped. Jesus did not come here to be worshipped. Jesus came here to be emulated, which means to be embodied. Because when you worship something or when you worship someone, do you know what you do? When you worship, you have passive admiration. You place that person in a pedestal so high. You put Jesus in a pedestal so high that his teachings feels unreachable. Because you're like, Jesus is so high. Only Jesus could do this. Only Jesus can build this. Only Jesus can achieve this. Only Jesus can create this. Only Jesus can make this available. You put the teachings of Jesus in such a high scale, you put it all the way here, to the point that you're like, oh no, I ain't going there. Nah, that's too high. Oh no, I cannot. That's worshiping. Consuming somebody's story, somebody's knowledge, somebody's information, and doing nothing with it to better your life. Do not worship Jesus. Emulate Jesus. Do not worship Jesus. Emulate Jesus. When you choose to emulate Jesus, do you know what you are doing right there? You are internalizing his life, his beliefs, his mindset, his attitude, his potential, his creativity, his wisdom, his powers. When you are emulating Jesus, that's what you are doing. You are internalizing all that Jesus is. You say, I am too. All that Jesus is, I am. All that Jesus is, I am. That's emulation. And once you internalize the presence of Jesus, the teachings of Jesus, the wisdom of Jesus, guess what? It's impossible for your life to not go good. It's impossible. But what did most of you do? Oh, I believe in Jesus. Okay, do you think like Jesus? Do you talk like Jesus? Do you behave like Jesus? Do you feel like Jesus? Do you express yourself like Jesus? Do you speak like Jesus? Your mouth talking, every time you speak negative, you speak sickness, you speak fear, you speak poverty. Is that Jesus talking? And you know, because you are aware, because you can hear your own words, because you can listen to your own thoughts. So if you are aware that what you are thinking is not what Jesus will be thinking, why are you still keeping those thoughts? If you are aware that the way you are speaking, the words coming out of your mouth are not the words of Jesus, are not the way Jesus will be speaking or Jesus will be talking, why are you doing it? So do you truly, what type of believer you are if your actions don't reflect the believer that you are? You cannot tell me you believe in Jesus or you believe in God and you speak negative. No. You cannot tell me you believe in Jesus and you talk negative. No. I'm going to tell you are lying. Yeah, I am. You cannot tell me you believe in God and you think negative. You cannot tell me you believe in Jesus and you speak negative. I'm not going to believe you. I'm like, stop lying. Come on. Stop. And this is not blind faith. This is all about inner transformation. Inner transformation. Internal transformation. A lot of you say you believe in God, but internally your internal being is only reflecting the devil. It's only entertaining the devil. It's only welcoming the devil. It's always giving root to the devil. And when I say devil, I'm talking about negative thoughts, negative words, negative expectations, negative images, not only towards yourself, but towards other people. It's all about inner transformation, that you are going to transform your inner being to match God, to match Jesus. That you are going to transform your thoughts to match God's thoughts. Am I saying that you have the God of mine in you? Yes, you do. How or why? Our minds have 3 layers. I spoke about this on my class thing 2 days ago. Our mind has 3 layers. This is the bottom. We have the bottom here. At the bottom we have the conscious mind. In the middle we have the subconscious mind. And up top we have the superconscious mind. The superconscious mind is the God mind expressed as your mind. The superconscious mind is the God mind in you. The Jesus mind in you. Yes, that's what it is. That's the superconscious mind. And all of us have a superconscious mind because all of us have a mind. So yes, I'm saying that you have the mind of God within you. With the mind of God, what are you thinking? With the mind of God, what are you thinking? Come and tell me. With the God of mine, what are you thinking? Oh, so you're telling me that God was thinking poor, thinking weak, thinking sickness, thinking failure, thinking misery, thinking suffering? God didn't, but how many of you do? At some point, I did that too, calling myself out as I should accountability. At some point when I was ignorant, And I was listening to other people just like me that were ignorant as well. I wasn't aware of this truth. I wasn't aware of this truth that Jesus did not come, which even if Jesus existed, the figure that Jesus represents is not just a historical figure. It's a psychological figure. It's a mental figure. It's a spiritual figure that reminds us that what he did can be done as well from us. Take it's not about blind faith. It's about inner transformation to take his consciousness, take the consciousness of Jesus, the mindset of Jesus, the God, because you already have it. So awaken it, activate it, because it's already within you. Follow Christ's patterns. See Jesus as a blueprint of what's possible for every human being. See Jesus as a blueprint for what's possible for every human being who aligns with the divinity within, who aligns with the God within, who aligns with the Jesus within. I'm going to give you all a break to process the information. I'm going to continue right now, real quick. You'll be talking, oh, Jesus this, Jesus that. Jesus did not come to be emulated. And also I'm showing you how I make my videos behind the scene. You see, I'm making this video as I'm speaking on the go. On the go. A lot of you, oh, I want to make content. I want to make content. I want to do this. I want to do that. Okay. But are you taking actions? As I recorded the video, and right now as I'm letting my mind break and rest because I'm not done with this topic, I'm editing. When you worship, you say, look at what he did. But when you emulate, you say, let me do likewise. And it's as simple as starting with your own thoughts. Jesus did not come to show what only he could do. He came to reveal what we are capable of when we are fully aligned. See Jesus as a model of what's possible for every human being. You could be like, oh, you know what? Oh, Jesus created this, Jesus built it, this, Jesus said this. Okay. Allow yourself to do likewise. Allow yourself to think like Jesus think, to speak like Jesus spoke. When you are speaking fear, when you are speaking negativity, when you are speaking sickness, when you are speaking drama, that's not Jesus. That's not Jesus, and you know it. Show me one place where Jesus is speaking fear, speaking negativity, speaking poverty. Show me. Where? But how many of us, and the thing is, if not you are aware that you are not emulating Jesus, or you are not thinking Jesus thought, you are not speaking Jesus words, do different. Because once you know better, you have to do better. What's the point of you knowing this information now and there you go and speak negative and you go again and think negative? Why do you allow yourself to do that? Stop yourself. Be like, oh no, we are not thinking negative. We are not thinking poor. We are not thinking sickness. Why? Because God didn't. And since God didn't, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to think the thoughts that God was thinking. That you tell yourself, oh no, I already know better, so let me do better. Because just let me ask you this, how different will your life be if instead of you worshiping Jesus, you start thinking like Jesus, speaking like Jesus? How different will your life be? If instead of worshiping Jesus, you start emulating Jesus. Like, you know what? What would Jesus think in this situation? What would Jesus do in this situation? How will Jesus speak in this situation? How will Jesus react? How will Jesus pray in this situation? And you watch movies about Jesus. You listen to the miracles Jesus have done. It's all to remind you that, hey, you can do too. And there's a Bible verse that says too that do greater work than I did. Because even Jesus wanted to be emulated. Even Jesus wanted give us the choice, the option, like, hey, do as I did or better. Think as I thought or better. Speak as I spoke or better. When you worship, oh, look at what he did. Look at how he built. Look at what he created. Oh, but when you emulate, you say, let me do likewise. Let me think likewise. Let me speak likewise. Let me feel likewise. And also you have the attitude shift, the mental shift that, you know what? I'm going to see Jesus as a blueprint of what's possible in my life. I'm going to see Jesus as a blueprint of what's possible in my life. Not just as, oh, Jesus, my Savior, he will come and save me. Oh, no. You save yourself. And that also reminds me of one of the statements I made a couple years ago. And people attack me, people cuss me out, people block me, people stop following me, but I still stand on what I stand. Jesus is not coming back because Jesus never left. Simply became the Spirit dwelling in us. The same as God. God is not coming back because God never left. God is the Spirit within. The breath you breathe, that's God. And that breath comes from you because God is in you. So if you're looking for a Savior, look in your mirror. That's the person who can save you. You want to experience heaven? The ticket to heaven is your mindset. The ticket of heaven is your attitude. The ticket of heaven is your actions. It's not somebody else. It's you. Nobody else is coming to save you because you have the power, you have the tools to save yourself. You already have God within you. What else do you need? Awaken that God. Rise up that God. Emulate that God. Jesus did not come to show what only he could do. He came to reveal what we are capable of when we align with the God within, the Spirit within. I'm going to say it again. Jesus did not come to show what only he could do. He came to reveal what we are capable of. When we accept, when we embody the God within, the Spirit within. His miracles, his compassion, his creativity, his wisdom, his power were not just divine shows, divine spectacles, divine narratives. They are and they were human potentials fully realized. All the things you saw Jesus executing, all the things you saw Jesus doing, All of those things are human potentials fully realized. Human, you. Human, me. Human, the neighbor. If this message is not resonating with you, it's okay. Come back and listen and hear it again 2 months from today, 2 hours from today, 1 year from today, 5 months from today, from 5 years from today. Because maybe I'm sharing this, I'm teaching this, but by the time you are listening to it, it's not a time for you to be receptive of that information. So your mind might rebuke it, your spirit might rebuke it, your body might rebuke it, and that's okay. Rewatch this video 5 years from today, 10 years from today, 1 month from today, 2 months from today, 2 hours from today. At some point, I was ignorant too. At some point, I was thinking that, oh, God is in the sky. God is a white man looking at me. And if I do something, he's going to punish me. Oh, my God. And I was living in fear. Confident, low. Faith, low. Believe in me, low. But as I got exposed and I got open to this information I'm sharing now, I'm like, what? You telling me God has been with me all this time? Oh, let me turn up. Do not worship Jesus. Emulate Jesus. Do not worship Jesus. Emulate Jesus. Do not worship Jesus. Emulate Jesus. And do not get me wrong, though. At no point, well, if you get me wrong, it's because that's your thoughts. You have all the reason to think however you want to think. One of the ways you can start emulating Jesus is by having radical love, radical positivity. Now, you don't know how it's going to go, but you say, you know what? It's going to go great. I don't know you, but I wish you well. Go win, go succeed, go do great. Inner stillness. Learning to have your nervous system calm down. Instead of having your nervous system all around, jumping, wanting to be all... I asked all of you earlier, have you ever saw Jesus anxious? So why are you anxious? Have you ever saw Jesus complaining? So why are you complaining? Have you ever saw Jesus speaking negative? So why are you speaking negative? Have you ever saw Jesus thinking negative? So why are you thinking negative? Have you ever seen Jesus panicking? So why are you panicking? If this message is unlocking something in you, drop a gem in the chat right now. Put it in the comment right now. Whatever you are receiving or feeling from this information, from this video, put it in the comment. Whatever it is, speak your truth in the comment. Okay, I have a gem. So, okay, somebody here on TikTok is agreeing with this message. You're watching on TikTok, drop a gem if you agree with this message. Do not worship Jesus. Emulate Jesus. Emulate Jesus. And instead of, I don't ask people, do you believe in Jesus? I ask them, are you becoming like Jesus? And when I'm asking that, I'm specifically focusing on your thoughts, your feelings, and your words. Are you becoming like Jesus? Because anybody can say, oh, I believe in Jesus. Hallelujah. Woohoo. But how many of those same people, their thoughts, their words, their actions are Jesus-like? As far as I know, Jesus wasn't negative. Jesus didn't hate other people. Jesus didn't gossip. Jesus didn't speak negative. Jesus wasn't anxious. Jesus wasn't panicking. So who am I to do any of that? I don't do it. I choose to not do it. Why? Because the God in me didn't do it. But you're going to say you believe in Jesus, but you still complain. You still make excuses. Then do you truly believe in Jesus? We've been honest. And I never saw Jesus panicking. I never saw Jesus poor. For those of you that have the belief that, oh, you know what? Since Jesus didn't have a Rolls Royce, a mansion, a Lamborghini, money, I'm not going to have it. If you have that mindset, you're always going to remain in poverty. You're always going to remain living in lack. Jesus was the wealthiest person ever. To the point that, okay, for those of you that think that Jesus was poor or Jesus didn't have money at all, how come he was able to give other people employment? As far as I know, only people with wealth, only people with riches, only people with resources can give other people jobs. Oh, you know, God was living humbly, so let me not have anything cute, anything pretty. Oh, wow. Oh. Jesus was not poor. I'm not going to be poor. I am not poor. I rebuke poverty. I cancel poverty. Poverty is not welcome in any part of my life. And for any of you that always come on my life and tell me, oh, money is bad. Money is the root of all evil. If I give you $1 million right now, would you take it? But guess what? I am not hypocritical. I am not a liar. And I don't say one thing privately and say another thing in public. I enjoy money. I appreciate money. I love money. I welcome money. I deserve money. Money is a beautiful tool. Money is a beautiful resource that are consistently coming in my life. I deserve to have it. Oh, you know what? Jesus didn't have Rolls Royce. He didn't even have a house. He didn't have a mansion. So how come anywhere he went, he always had a place to stay? Since Jesus came to show us what is capable in each human life, he knew he wasn't going to stay here and be, yeah, well, okay, anywhere I go, I know I'm going to have a house. Anywhere I go, I make miracles. Anywhere I go, I'm well taken care of. I mean, that's the Jesus. I mean, that's not Jesus you all know. That make you reject riches because you think Jesus was poor. Jesus was the wealthiest person ever. A poor person does not hire other people. A poor person does not give resources to other people. So Jesus was not poor. I don't know where you had that mindset. And if you have that mindset and those beliefs, you are always going to remain in poverty. If this message is touching you, put it in the comment. Jesus was not poor. They believe that Jesus was poor, so poverty is holy. How many of you even pray, oh God, it's okay if I don't have? How many of you pray, oh God, I know I'm not deserving of? There is nothing holy about poverty. There is nothing good about poverty. Riches, wealth is holy. Having resources in abundance is holy. So this belief that, and that belief always comes from the most religious person, the Christian of the Christians of the Christians, had this belief. Oh, Jesus was it's okay if you ain't got nothing. Huh? If you have the belief that Jesus was poor and that poverty is holy, you are going to remain in poverty forever. Thank you for the gifts. I welcome it. I like money. I like gifts, and I don't feel about it. Keep sending them. I receive them. I feel good. The more money I receive, the better I feel. Absolutely. Money is a beautiful tool. Money is a beautiful resource that I deserve, that you deserve. So keep sending those gifts. Matter of fact, shower me into gifts. Shower me into goodness. Shower me into abundance. Shower me into money. Yeah, I deserve it. And it's coming already. They believe that since Jesus had no home, no riches, and live simply, then the holier I am, the poorer I should be. Wow. Truly. You choose to rise every day in this world created by our Creator, our Father, and you're going to think poverty is okay. Since Jesus had no home, no riches, and live simply, then the holier I am, if I live that way too, the poorer I should be, because if I'm poor, I'm gonna get into heaven. How many of people I have met people? How many of you? Right? How many of you? And let's be honest. You have people in your life that truly believe that the more poor they are, the more Jesus loves them. That if they have money, if they have resources, if they live a luxury life, Jesus won't love them. Jesus will hate them. And as long as you have that belief, you are going to remain in poverty. As long as you think that, oh, since Jesus was poor and so poverty is holy. Poverty is not holy. There is nothing good. There is nothing positive about poverty. I cancel poverty in my life and in all of yours life. I speak it over all of you, that my poverty never find you or anybody from your bloodline. I'm speaking it over any of you. I don't care what you believe. I don't care if you think poverty is holy. I'm speaking over you abundance. I'm speaking over you wealth. I'm speaking over you riches. I'm speaking over you that you wake up every single day having all your needs taken care of, having all your wants taken care of. I rebuke the spirit of poverty. I rebuke the spirit of lack. I rebuke the spirit of negativity. I rebuke the spirit of fear. I rebuke the spirit of not having enough. I welcome the spirit of wealth, the spirit of success, the spirit of greatness, the spirit of power, that you can have so much to give, so much to enjoy, so much to celebrate, because riches is holy, because wealth is holy, because abundance is holy. So I'm picking that over all of you, that may where you go, wealth follow you. Where you go, riches follow you. Where you go, abundance follow you. Where you go, love follow you. Where you go, success follow you. that made poverty never knock your door. Not you, not your loved ones, not nobody. Poverty is rebuked from this lifetime. Poverty is rebuked from this world. Poverty is rebuked from this city. Poverty is rebuked from anybody listening to me right now or later. Many believers, many Christians, many religious people truly think that since Jesus had no home, no riches, and lived simply, the holier I am, the poorer I should be. And that understanding, that mindset, that idea, it unconsciously leads you to what? To see wealth as sinful. It leads you to what? To be comfortable. To be comfortable in suffering. To be comfortable in poverty. It leads you to what? To identify struggles as divine approval. You see struggles as divine assignment. And you admit the idea that God loves those who have the least the most. Jesus was never poor. Jesus was never poor. Poverty is not holy. And as long as any of you entertain the idea of poverty, entertain the thought of poverty, you're going to stay right there. You're going to stay right there. Clean your mind from those lies. Clean your heart from poverty. Clean your body from poverty. Clean your soul from poverty. Okay, let's clarify. Was Jesus truly poor? Let's talk about that. Was Jesus truly poor? Jesus was born in humble conditions, yes, but he lacked nothing. Jesus was born in humble conditions, yes, but he lacked nothing. Do you ever saw the mother of Jesus begging for milk? Begging for diapers? Begging, oh, let me pay my rent, pay my bills, electricity? Where? Jesus was born in humble conditions. Yes, but he lacked nothing. He had abundance of wisdom, power, influence, healing energy, and always had what he needed at the moment he needed it. I'm going to say it again. He had abundance of wisdom, which all of us do. He had abundance of power, which all of us do. He had abundance of influence, which all of us do. He had abundance of healing energy, which all of us do. And he always had what he needed when he needed it. At that particular moment, he had it. The Magi bought him gold frankincense, and myrrh, which was wealth in the time. Let me say it again. For those of you that still have the misconception and still agree with poverty as something that has to do with Jesus or with God, listen to this. The Magi bought Jesus. He bought to Jesus. He gave him gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And those three things, only the wealthy people had these three things in their time. So for you to come and tell me that Jesus was poor, go lie to somebody else. No. I'm not going to be. I choose to not believe it. I choose to not agree with that. Poverty is unholy. Poverty is a sin. Jesus, he had supporters who financiated his ministry. And I think it says too in Luke what? Luke 8, 2, 7. I don't memorize Bible verses, by the way. But I have some insight. Jesus had supporters who financiated his ministry. Jesus multiplied loaves and fish. A poor person cannot multiply loaves and fish because first of all, they don't have it. So how are they going to multiply it? But Jesus did. He wore a seamless robe, right? A costly garment. A costly garment. Not something a poor man would wear. Jesus wore a seamless robe. A costly garment. Not something a poor man would wear. But Jesus did. So, what do you mean Jesus was poor? No, truly. Let's dive deep into that. Let's clarify that. Was Jesus truly poor? No. So what makes you think that poverty is yours? What makes you think poverty is okay? What makes you condemn riches, condemn wealth? Because if you condemn riches, if you condemn wealth, you're never going to have it. Something you are speaking bad on, you are cussing, you're not going to become that. One of my mentors one day said, if you curse at the rich, you are never going to become one of them. Jesus did not hoard wealth, but he also didn't lack. He embodied divine sufficiency. He embodied divine sufficiency. But the truth is, it's not poverty that's holy. Detachment is. Detachment is. It's not poverty that's holy. Detachment is holy. Jesus taught not to love riches, not to be owned by wealth. Right? I love riches. I love wealth, but I do not serve riches. I do not serve wealth. I love money. Money loves me, but I do not serve money. Money serves me. I am the ruler of money. Money does not rule me. Detachment. Detachment. But this doesn't mean you must be poor to be spiritual. No. How many times have you heard, oh, if you are poor, you are going to heaven. If you are poor, Jesus loves you more. If you have nothing, if you had no possessions, oh, Jesus loves you more. Abraham was rich and called the friend of God. Solomon was rich and wrote divine wisdom. Joseph, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, who buried Jesus, was wealthy and righteous. It does not mean you must be poor to be spiritual. No. If anything, somebody said Psalm 46:5, God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her. And that right. Absolutely. God got me. God is within. He got me all the time. I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to be poor. I'm not going to suffer. I'm not going to live in misery. I'm not going to live in lack because God got me. God won't allow it. God won't allow it. It is not poverty that's holy. It's detachment that is holy. But this does not mean you must be poor to be spiritual. You can be rich and spiritual, and you can be poor and spiritual. God did not make rich people and poor people. God simply made people, and people with their own mindset, their own actions, their own thoughts, they become rich or they become poor. That's not, God doesn't make, oh, you know what? Since you look this way and you talk this way and you are born in this country and you look this time, I'm gonna make you rich. And you, since you look this way, you talk this way, you have this skin color, I'm gonna make you poor. No. God didn't make rich people. God didn't make poor people either. God made people and He gave us a mind. And with this mind, you attract riches or poverty. That's not God. God is not keeping you poor or keeping you rich. Your mindset is. Your mindset is. Your attitude is. Your belief system is not God. If you are poor, don't blame God. God didn't do it. You did it with your own mind. But let me remind you, God didn't give you the spirit of poverty. God gave me the spirit of power, authority, and love. So use that spirit of power to become rich, to become wealthy. There is nothing holy about poverty. Because if you are rich, if you have resources, imagine the amount of good things you can do to yourself and to other people. Proverbs 31:25, strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. Thank you for speaking so much positivity over me. I receive it, and anybody else receiving it too. Thank you, thank you. Keep the positive proverbs, the rich proverbs, the wealthy proverbs, the joyful proverbs coming. Keep it coming, keep it coming. I love reading positive messages, positive affirmations, positive visualizations. Abraham was rich and called the friend of God. Right? Abraham was rich and called the friend of God. Solomon was rich and wrote divine wisdom. Joseph, who buried Jesus, was wealthy and righteous. So next time somebody tell you that poverty is holiness, because if you believe poverty is holy, then you are going to think that abundance is a sin. When it's the opposite. Poverty is a sin. Abundance is holy. Proverbs 31:31, give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. I receive it. I receive it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Thank you. Poverty is a sin. Abundance is holy. But a lot of believers, a lot of Christians have it the other way around. They think poverty is holy and they think abundance is sin. But the real question, the difference is in, does your wealth serve your soul or steal your peace? Does your money serve your soul or does it steal your peace? Yo, does your wealth serve your soul or steal your peace? Does your money serve your soul or steal your peace? Psychological maturity, emotional maturity, spiritual maturity means you can receive abundance without arrogance. Means you can live simply without shame. Understand that God is your source, not your job, not your status, not your boyfriend, girlfriend, not your clothes. God is your source. And as the title of this video is, or if I think it's on live on TikTok, instead of worshiping Jesus, emulate Jesus. I know somebody wrote the title, don't worship Jesus. Oh my God, what she's saying, she's against Jesus. Oh my God, blasphemy. Do not judge a book by its cover. Don't worship Jesus, emulate Jesus. Because when you worship Jesus, what do you do when you worship Jesus? You say, oh, look at what Jesus did. Look at what Jesus created. Look at what Jesus accomplished. But when you emulate Jesus, you say, let me do as he did. Let me think as he thought. Let me act as he acted. Thank you, Jasmine, for the gifts. Mwah. Let me act as he act. Let me be as Jesus be. But when you worship Jesus, all you do, oh, I admire Jesus. Woo-hoo. Jesus did all these good things. Woo-hoo-hoo. Hey, great. But when you emulate Jesus, you say, oh, Jesus did this? Let me do it too. Jesus spoke like this. Let me speak like this too. Jesus was thinking this. Let me think like this too. That's why I said, don't worship Jesus, emulate Jesus. Instead of you saying, that's why I don't ask people, do you believe in Jesus? I ask people, are you awakening the Christ within you? Are you behaving like Jesus? Are you thinking like Jesus? Are you talking like Jesus? Because how many of you, and as since I come on TikTok for the past years I've been on TikTok, every time I speak on religious people or anything, people attack me. But guess what? You can attack me all you want, but at least I know who I am, and I know what I believe, and I know my truth. I don't force my truth or my beliefs on nobody, and I don't let nobody force these beliefs on me. They were like, what? Because I always say that poverty is a sin and abundance is holy. And then they go, oh, what? No, you lying. What do you mean? Oh, Jesus. So I tell them, who said Jesus was poor? If any of you, if you are Christian or you are a religious person, whatever you consider yourself as, if you have the belief, if you have the thought that Jesus was poor, you are going to keep attracting poverty to your life. They be like, oh, the less I have, the more God is going to love me. The less I have, the humble I am, the more I will go to heaven. Who lied to you? Please come tell me who lied to you. And let's I'm gonna do it again. Let's clarify this. Was Jesus truly poor? Let's dive deep, okay? Don't cancel me yet. Listen. Jesus was born in humble conditions. Yes, but he lacked nothing. 1. 2. Jesus had abundance of wisdom, power, influence, healing energy, and always had what he needed at the moment he needed it. And let's not forget that Jesus gave employment to other people. If you are poor, can you give him? The people that left their family and left their job to follow Jesus. How come if I'm poor, I cannot hire nobody? But Jesus had people following them. And the people who followed them never lacked nothing either. How come? Okay, I continue. The Magi bought Jesus gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Those 3 things were only owned, were only possessed, were only available to the wealthy people in that time. Gold wasn't available for the poor. A poor person didn't have gold, but Jesus did. Another reason, Jesus has supporters who financiate his ministry. I don't have a physical Bible. I used to have one, but when I moved, I lost it. So some of you, somebody send me a Bible or give me, I don't know, send me cash out for $50. I will give me a Bible if you want. If not, it's fine. In Luke, I don't memorize Bible verses, but I have insight. In Luke 8:2-3 or 2:4, you can testify how Jesus, his ministry is being financiated. And you still think Jesus was poor? I continue. Jesus multiplied lovers and fish. A poor person cannot multiply fish because a poor person don't even have fish. He multiplied lovers and fish. If he was poor, as many of you have been taught to believe, how can he multiply lovers and fish if he's poor? If you are poor, you don't have enough for yourself. Now, will you have enough to multiply? No, because you don't have it. Jesus wore seamless robe, a costly, very expensive garment, not something a poor man will wear. Let me ask you again, was Jesus truly poor? So why does any of you think poverty is okay? Or you even welcome poverty in your life? Why? Why? You speak poverty, you think poverty. That does not come from Jesus. Again, we are not talking about worshiping Jesus. That's basic, done and over with. It's about emulating Jesus. It's about emulating Jesus. Jesus did not come to show what only he could do. He came to reveal what we are capable of doing. If anything, see Jesus as the blueprint of what is possible in our life. But all of you only see Jesus. Oh, he's my Savior. Woohoo! He will come and save me. Oh, let me wait for Jesus. Woohoo! Hey! He's not coming. Save yourself. Instead of worshiping Jesus, emulate Jesus. And I dive deep into the idea of that Jesus was poverty, because a lot of you watching me, I know you. A lot of you are Christians. A lot of you are believers, and you still have the misunderstanding because it's a misunderstanding, and I get it. At some point, me too, I was ignorant of this truth. At some point, me too, I did not know this truth. But they say, once you know better, do better. Poverty is a sin. Rebuke it, cast it out. Abundance is the way to go, is the way to be, is the way to live. What truth just coming in? The truth that most believers think, that if they are poor, they are going to heaven. That if they have less, God loves them more. Which is false. Emulate. Do as he did. And also it says in the Bible, right? So you can come and do greater work. Greater work than what I did. So ask yourself, in the question of prosperity, abundance, wealth. You know, so I'm going to say it again. A lot of you Christians, a lot of you religious people, You are the most hypocritical people I have ever made. You are the most negative people I have ever made. How can you say you believe in Jesus or in God and you are a negative person? How? How? Please tell me how. And a lot of you are the most hypocritical people I have ever made. As always, I come here on TikTok and I speak my truth, right? And there was a time, I think it was last year. I will come and I'm gonna be saying affirmations. I will speak good about money, good about success, good about, oh, money is good. I love money. I receive money. And the Christians will attack me. Oh my God, you so materialistic. You love money so much. You are going to go to hell. Stop speaking the word. The word of God is not money. And me, I don't panic. I'm not anxious. So I asked them, okay, you say I'm wrong for speaking good about money, right? You say I'm materialistic because I say I love money, right? So why do you work 8 hours, 7 hours, 40 hours, 16 hours for that same money? Who's the hypocrite then? Who's the hypocrite? The person who express their love for money, or the person who pretends they don't like money but they work hard for it? Who's the hypocrite? I'm waiting though. And I always say, if you keep condemning money, if you keep speaking bad about money, don't be surprised if you don't have it. If you don't want it, send it to me. Let me put my cash up here. Yup. This is my cash app, yo. If whoever be like, oh, money is not good, money is bad, money is evil, oh, send it to me. Yeah, I'm gonna go get me a shake or get me some lemon pepper wings. Go ahead. You like money? I do. Send it to me. Thank you. And the real question is, when it comes to wealth and money, does your wealth serve you or steal your peace? Does your money serve your soul or is steal your peace? Okay. Jasmine said, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it eat his fruit. Absolutely. Proverbs 1:26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when you fear coming. I don't understand that proverb. Always speak life over yourself. Absolutely. You speak life over yourself, you receive life. You speak dead over yourself, you speak dead. But it doesn't make sense to me. How can you say you believe in God and you speak dead over yourself? Did God spoke dead into any of us? If he did, we wouldn't be here. But because God spoke life over each and every one of us, here we are. But oh, I believe in God. I love Jesus. I'm a believer of Jesus. But you're the first person who's going to speak dead, speak poverty, speak negative, speak sickness over yourself. And a lot of you read the Bible. How many of you know this Bible verse that Jasmine just shared? Death and life is in your tongue. We all know that. But now, how many of you in this chat today, it's currently 3 p.m., but from today, you already called somebody out. You already insulted somebody. You already spoke evil. You already spoke sickness. You already spoke negativity. You already spoke drama. You already spoke gossip. You already spoke dead. And then you're going to be surprised when those things keep happening to you. Oh, I don't know why I'm suffering. Oh, I don't know why I'm broke. Oh, I don't know why I'm suffering. You were speaking about it 1 week ago. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? oh, I don't know why I don't know why I got cheated on. You were speaking about cheating the whole week. Now you're surprised when it happened to you? And not only what you speak, but also what you consume, what you watch on TV. You spend all day listening to the music that says, oh, I'm a bad, I suck, I eat, I'm a bad. Then, when a man or a woman will treat you as a bad, I don't curse, I'm not going to say that word, as a bad, the B word, you're going to be surprised. Oh my God, they don't love me. They don't value me. What are you talking about? You are the first person who's cussing yourself out with the that come out of your mouth. But when somebody else come and reflect to you how you are treating yourself, you get surprised. Oh my God, God doesn't love me. Oh, the world is against me. Really? If you cannot control what you listen to, if you cannot control what you consume, not only what goes in your mouth, what you consume with your eyes, what you consume with your ears, what you consume with your nose, if you cannot control that, you cannot control your life. No. How many of you say, I want to be happy, I want to be rich, I want to be successful? But what do you consume? You follow all these gossip pages. And that's why the gossip pages have the most followers on social media. And a lot of you are surprised why most people are suffering. It's because they want to. They look for it. They go on Google to look for gossip instead of looking for positive affirmations. They go on Google to look for drama instead of looking for money ideas, business ideas. I said yesterday, everybody is in life where they're supposed to be. When I was ignorant a lot, I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad. So many bad things keep happening to this person. Oh my God, they don't deserve that. But the moment I spend one day with that person, I was like, oh, never mind. You want to be there. Bye. What do you consume? And you are always in control. If you follow my page, I already know you want prosperity, you want happiness, you want positivity, because that's all my page is about. So kudos to you. How many of you on social media, you are following pages that make you feel bad about your body, bad about your mind, bad about your circumstances, bad about who you are as a person, and you still follow those pages? Why? Why? Then you want to blame God. You're going to say, oh, God has forgot about you. When you are the same person who choose to think negative, who choose to speak negative, who choose to consume negativity, you're going to go blame God. I say in one of my videos, the world is not ignoring you. God is not ignoring you. God is simply responding to the frequency you are sending. God is responding to the frequency you are sending. How do you send frequencies? You send frequencies with your consistent thoughts, your consistent words, your consistent feelings. That's what God is responding to. If you say you want to be happy, you want to be rich, you want to be wealthy, you want to be abundant, but your mind is full with limitations, fear, lack, poverty, you're going to receive what your mind is full of, because those are the frequencies that you are sending God. You are sending to the world. Mental maturity, spiritual maturity, godly maturity means you can receive abundance without arrogance. Means you can live simply without shame. Means you understand that God is your source, not your job, not your status or lack. God is the all in the all. And since God is your source, you understand that is always for all of us. If you choose to believe and to agree that God is the source, that breaks down the scarcity mindset. The idea that, oh, there's not enough money, enough resources, enough. That's a lie. That's a lie. That is enough. Do you know how much money that is in the world? There is as much money as there is trees. If you can count all, no, matter of fact, as there is leaves, if you can count all the leaves in all the trees in the world, that's all the money there is. Can you count? No matter if you try to do it, because by the time you are counting your tree number 11, trees are growing somewhere else. God does not love you more if you are poor. Surprise. God does not love you more if you are poor. See, I've been speaking and teaching and preaching. Even my ears are like, yeah, you're getting deep. Let me fall off so you can have a break. Okay. Back on track. God does not love you more if you are poor. God does not love you less if you are rich. God loves truth, purity, humility, and generosity. Whether you are in rags or robes. God does not love you more if you are poor. God does not love you less if you are rich. If this message unlocks something in you, drop a gem right now in the comment section. Drop a gem right now in the comment section. Watching this on YouTube, drop a gem right now. And what is something that stood out to you? What is something that stood out to you? Put in the comments as well. What is something that got you? What is your biggest takeaway on this class today? What is your biggest takeaway on this class today? What is your biggest takeaway on this class today? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. What is something that you learn or you unlearn? You can also add your insights. Again, I don't force my beliefs. I don't force my understanding. I don't force my truth on nobody. The same way I'm allowed to think for myself, you are allowed to think for yourself. The agreement I was in with poverty. You had an agreement? What do you mean by that? Do you want to come and expand and explain?
Hey, Ida.
Hi.
Greetings.
Hello.
Yes, I think the biggest takeaway that I have here is I was in agreement with poverty. A lot of it, I believe, was linked to childhood trauma and just the relationship I had with lack. I feel like, for a lot of the times in my life, I've just been trying to get ahead. I've been trying to feel supported. I've just been trying to break out of something that felt really comfortable for me. And even though money is tangible, I believe your mindset can be in a place of lack. If you were suppressed, if you dealt with a lot of oppression, you felt like you didn't have freedom. I've had feelings of that before. Like when I look at the rich people, I feel like, that's not a life I want to live. I want to have values. I want to have, I want to feel good. I think that they have the outside thing, but I guarantee they don't feel what I have inside, and that would create create a barrier in between me and the success that I knew I really should be having. So it seems like it was a lot of internal work to be done, and I really was freed today with your poverty spell breaking prayer, you know, because that's what it is. It's a curse. And I think I accepted that a lot in my life. It had me chasing people who didn't want the best for me. It had me chasing my parents who have rejected me. It had me wanting to find validation in people who really would want to see me not be happy. So that's a wonderful thing.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
For being honest and transparent.
Thank you.
And as you have, I mean, you've been in the whole class. And the poverty is a sin. Rebuke it. Abundance, wealth, success, you are deserving of that. Why? Because you are here, you are alive, you are God's creation. If God, imagine this. If you consider God your father, right? If your father is the owner of this whole world, then all the good things this world has to offer belongs to you as the daughter, correct?
Yes.
So you gotta feel deserving. Yes. And don't be like, oh, I can only have this amount. No. You can have as much as you want and feel deserving of good things. Feel deserving of abundance. Feel deserving of success in abundance. And speak it, do affirmation. I always do affirmations here. I have affirmations on my page. I have affirmations on YouTube. Always do visualization. See yourself having a wealthy lifestyle. See yourself buying whatever you want, going anywhere you want. Go to sleep thinking that you are so rich, such abundant, and see yourself as that. Consistently. Look at pictures of your favorite car, where you want to travel. You want to go first class? Guess what? You can do it. Have a picture of a first class trip. Look at it. Yeah, I see myself on a first class. Everything is paid off. Here I am relaxing. Here I am enjoying. Here I am celebrating life. Life is going good. It can only even go better. You simply put yourself in that state of welcoming the good, welcoming the positive, that sooner or later you're going to have it. Yes. Abundance is our right. You deserve it. All of us do. Riches is our right. We were born rich simply because we are God's creation, and that makes us rich.
Mm-hmm. You know? Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people were just attached to trauma and just lack. And I certainly have been for a very long time. I've been blessed with, God give me visions of gifts and what I could do, and I see the vision and I follow the course, I follow the journey. But I think that's what was missing, just my attachment to lack and struggle. I guess it felt a little foreign to me,
Because your mind is accustomed to the lack, to the suffering, to the begging, to not having. Now you have to accustom your mind to something else, because our mind has 3 layers. We have the bottom is the conscious mind, the middle is the subconscious mind, and the top is the superconscious mind, which is the God mind. The subconscious mind, we can program it all the time. That's why I was mentioning you affirmations, visualization. Listen to people who feel good about money too. Don't hang out with the people that be like, oh, you cannot have it, you cannot make it. Don't listen to lack. If there is anybody in your life reminding you of lack, of speaking life or lack over you, don't listen to them. Be like, I love you, but I love the life I want for myself more. So I'm going to go be by myself and repeat my affirmations and see myself wealthy and call myself rich. You can think I'm crazy, but I think I'm rich. And you accustom your mind, your body, your heart to wealth, to abundance. Because your mind it's already been conditioned for poverty. It's already been conditioned for suffering. Even your body, it can be like when you are in a calm position, your body's like, no. Get up. Look for the chaos. Look for the suffering. Because your body is accustomed to the suffering. I also mentioned calming your nervous system. Instead of being anxious, panicking. Because if you are anxious and panicking, it's like you are rebuking all the good things. Go. But when you are calm, prosperity, abundance, wealth is attracted to calmness, is attracted to care, is attracted to intention. But if you are in a hole, in a chaos, mentally, physically, you are not giving room for ease. You're not giving room for wealth to come to you. So you have to calm your nervous system down and tell yourself that, you know what? It's okay for me to be rich. I am safe in this rich lifestyle. I am safe in this wealthy lifestyle. I am safe in abundance. I am safe having money, having resources, and I don't have to beg for it. I don't have to suffer for it. It's coming in an easy way, in a relaxed way. And you keep telling yourself that until that becomes your new norm, your new nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is maybe my second or third day just really feeling like God has more. And then, to come on here and to just everything solidified through, your prayer. But one thing I had to let go, because this is a new feeling for me. I've been dealing with like a lot of sabotage, and that's just another way to keep you down. And that's why I just feel like I've been chasing things that perhaps, just even different relationships with people and family, just things that really don't meet where I, really qualify. The potential that I really have, like it doesn't match some of the things that I would chase and lower myself down for. So it's been a lot of sabotage, a lot of maybe procrastination, some things that I seek, I know that where I'm seeking for it, I don't really see the energy vibration line up, but because I feel inside, rich or royal, it's like I was scared to cross this threshold to just do it and let everything fall away that doesn't match. It's like I wanted those things and people to come with me, like come be this with me, come be this, come join with me to be this together. But I had to learn to stand on my own. And to me, sometimes, like what it seems like, that's the biggest realization I'm having with abundance. It's a very personal and individual thing. And you have to be fully secure and confident in getting that. Even if you are by yourself, you won't be by yourself, because the things will gravitate to you. And that's what I want. So this is very new, but it's a powerful thing.
It's possible. Can't wait to see you 1 month from today, 1 week from today. I mean, I believe in miracles. It happened to other people. It can happen to you. It can happen to me. Just be receptive or welcoming of it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I appreciate you bringing your testimony. I know somebody else is going to hear your testimony and it's going to inspire them and motivate them to welcome wealth and to welcome abundance in their life. So thank you for sharing.
Yes. Thank you. I hope so.
Affirm it. Well, when you hope, it's like you think it might or it might not. You have to know it will. Because if you're still doubting, well, God is like, you want it or you don't want it? You want it or you don't want it? Tell me, you want it or you don't want it? Mm-hmm. Like, I hope it's like, it might not happen. Oh, yeah. It might happen. So affirm it. Because if you say, it's like when you breathe. I don't hope to breathe. I just breathe. Don't hope. Just know it will happen. Affirm it. Affirm it. Affirm it. Affirm it. That I don't know where it's coming, but I know the money is coming. I don't know how, but the success is coming. The happiness is coming. The prosperity is coming. From who, I don't know, but I know it's right here, right now. And as you are speaking it, you are visualizing it. Because our subconscious mind understands images, metaphors, and repetition more than logic. Because you can want to be like, because if I ask you right now, you're gonna give me all the logical ways in why it will not happen. Because you're gonna find logical ways. But in the chapter you're trying to unlock, logic has not as much power as imagination does. So don't rely that, oh, I already know the bank is closed. Oh, I don't have a business. Oh, I don't have money. No, that's logic talking. Let your imagination talk. I can do it. I can have it. I see it in my mind. I can hold it in my hands. And you consistently imagine that. Because your subconscious mind understands the pictures you give it more than the logic. And because also the subconscious mind does not know what is real and what is fantasy. You can tell your subconscious mind, I have $1 billion. I feel like I have $1 billion. Here it is. I'm enjoying this $1 billion. And you repeat it, you repeat it more. And the subconscious does not know what is real and what is fake. So sooner or later, it will bring it to you. Why? Because it's imprinted in your subconscious mind. Repetition. That's why too I tell people to not even joke with poverty. To not joke with sickness. Don't joke with things you don't want to receive. I'm poor. It's a joke. No. Joke with wealth. Joke with riches. I am so rich. Every time I blink, somebody becomes a millionaire. I am so wealthy. If I sneeze, I already made somebody else healthy. I am so lucky. Every time I'm driving around, and every time I stop at the red light, somebody gives me $1 million. That sounds like a joke, but it's a positive joke. It's a wealthy joke. It's a joke affirming the things I want to receive. Because how many people joke with, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I'm weak. I suck at this. Don't joke. Your subconscious mind does not know what is real and what is fake. So if you're consistently joking about lack, joking about not having, joking about not deserving, you're going to stay right there. Because your subconscious mind receive it and give it to you. So joke with, I'm so rich, I can't even believe it. I'm so wealthy, even doctors call me for second opinion. I'm so healthy, before a surgery, they call me on FaceTime so I can do it for them. I'm so lucky, every time I take a shower, and whenever, as I'm cleaning myself, my bank account, the zeros keep increasing. I'm so rich, I even tip my barista with stock options. I'm so rich, every house I think about is already being built. I'm so rich, my ancestors have $1 billion businesses in different planets of the world. That sounds funny, but it's a positive funny, it's a wealthy funny, it's a rich funny.
Yes. I believe that. I know that. I've always felt that. It's just been such a fight. But I'm glad it was always there, that these things are for me, and that's why my journey has continued, although I've had to push through a lot. So I've been in therapy for about a month, and I've been looking into resetting my nervous system because I have been feeling like I've just been running and anxious. I just feel like I've been running. It feels like I'm just trying to be stable. I'm trying to, feel stability, and it just feels like I've just been running. And I've looked into, they have the tapping where you can kind of tap different parts of your body to kind of...
Because that's communication. You are telling yourself that you are safe to receive, you are safe to do what you are speaking. Yeah.
I'm looking forward. I'm excited. And this is just what I needed today to just really break that poverty, because I've always returned to sabotage or just chasing things, that don't really align, trying to force things or either just sabotage completely. But I'm looking forward to just being more childlike. So when you speak of the images that register to our conscious, mind, more than logic does, I'm looking forward to that imagination that wants to live. It's a lot of inner child healing for me. That's really what keeps coming up for me. It's the child. It's the inner child. That's where a lot of the damage happened for myself. So I'm looking forward.
And when it comes to pictures, I'm gonna share some. For example, let me see pictures that I personally have, because I don't teach something that doesn't work. If it work for me and if it work for others, it can work for us. For example, I don't know if I can show pictures here. Okay. Look at the pictures I have in my gallery. If somebody else have it, I can have it too.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Yes. Yes. I accept. Yes. I accept. I accept. Oh, yes. Yes.
I look at it every day, and as I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is mine. I already have it. I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Images.
Yes. Beautiful. I'm so happy for you. I watched you for a while, and I never felt like it's too many people that it's a very 1% kind of thing to have the mindset of abundance and to just have a grasp of life in the mind, everything. You are a teacher, and I am a student, and to some others I might be a teacher, but in some ways, but I know I'm not completely, breakthrough completely yet. In some ways I have. But I haven't found a lot of people that share that mindset. So I'm always amazed when I hear you. Always amazed because it's relate. I can someone's here. Someone's here. Someone gets it. Someone's here. I can reach my hand and touch. Arms length from me. Someone's here. I'm not crazy. Someone's here. So amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And even if it's just you, do it to yourself. Well, it all starts with one person, right? For example, we're talking about Jesus. Jesus started, it was just him. But now, thousands of centuries later, look at how many followers Jesus got. It's just that with one person. Only one person. You start what is right, what is positive, and keep going. The right people will find you.
Yeah.
They will. I don't chase nobody. That's why I don't be like, oh my God, I don't have followers, I don't got views. No, I simply create. The right people will come, the money will come, opportunities will come, happiness will come, resources will come, brandies will come. But I have to create, I have to serve, I have to provide something. It's the exchange of energy. As you give, you receive. It will come. I don't worry. I was here on live. At some point, it was only one person watching, and I was still going. That didn't stop me. Now it's 7, and I'm still going. That didn't stop me.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. I love. Yeah. These are your people. These are your people.
Here we are, my people, my peoples.
Yes.
And I started a challenge today. I'm going to be doing a 31-day challenge to renew the mind. So, and every day there's going to be a new video with new scriptures, new affirmations. I'm going to post it on TikTok and on YouTube as well. So just if you wanted to change your mind into something better, something new, definitely I recommend you to tap into with the challenge. It's 31 days.
Yes, I do.
Head to toes. So
I do. And I want to join that because that's another thing. Consistency for me. I feel sometimes very, very maybe sometimes easily distracted. It gets me upset. But I know that the only reason sometimes I fall into distraction is because I feel lack or I not feel confident. Things like that. So this would be a really good push for me to follow through with something. And I would love to join that challenge. That challenge needs me to join the challenge. So 31 days, I'm looking forward. I'm excited. It's a life change. It's been needed on my end. This is exactly what I need, and I'm glad it comes to me.
And we have homework though. We do homework, we do affirmations, we do journaling. So as you're gonna start the class, I would recommend get to a notebook, a brand new notebook, because it's gonna be a lot of reflection, a lot of unpacking, a lot of unlearning and relearning. And it's good to have a record of your own process. So notebook, you're gonna need it for the class.
Thank you. I'm excited. I have a new notebook. I'm very excited to use. It will be my 31-day challenge notebook.
There you go.
It's really time. I'm ready to push. I need to push. It's like I have to.
There you go. And here I will be to support you along. We are not alone. You are not alone.
Thank you. One question: what would you say if you are in a partnership with someone who you two reflect and mirror a kind of lack mindset? You might have been growing together, but I think sometimes it's hard. I mean, you could grow together if there's enough truth and honesty, but a lot of people don't want to admit they have a lack. They have a struggle with finances. They have a struggle with poverty, you know, and back to what you said, they kind of side-eye the rich. They kind of side-eye success, even though they might say they want it, but it will keep you in a place of being stuck. What would you say to a person who's partnered with someone who, I mean, in some ways you might be on the same level because you hear my testimony, you hear I need to grow at, but it's the same for the other person, but then it brings annoyance and then it brings sometimes blame for one another. But the truth is, like, you both need to grow. You know, in some ways I feel like I might be more elevated in some areas than my partner, but what would you say if it was kind of that up and down kind of thing with just being stable?
Well, it all starts by awareness. You have to be aware of where you are and be aware of where the person is, and also be aware of where the person is willing to go and where the person is willing to work, because you cannot change other people. You can only change yourself. So if you're already aware that, hey, I have a lot to work on me, I'm not what I want to be, but every single day I'm going to communicate, I'm going to apologize, I'm going to reflect because I have to do better. And then in the other hand, the other person is like, no, I ain't gonna, no, apologize for what? Grow for what? I don't want to do that. Since you cannot change them, you have to change the way you approach them. Because you cannot let this person stop you where you want to go. If they don't want to come with you, go alone. Because you are aware that staying in that place, there is nothing good there, nothing fruitful, nothing positive. So you're trying to go forward. You want to advance. But the other person is making the choice to not grow. Is making the choice to not evolve. You cannot change them. But don't allow them to stop you from going forward.
Yeah. I think that's it.
And
there has to be a lot of truth. You know, I can sit here and take accountability, be truthful, but, you know, sometimes people chase things externally. Like, if they don't like the financial situation, they might do something to make a slight change or get a different position. But it's just like a lot of it is just internal, you know, because what is processing within is just what we see on the outside, just a reflection of our inner world.
That's what it is, yeah.
I just want the truth, you know. Sometimes I just want to hear the person say, like,
well, but some people don't tell the truth because they cannot handle their own truth, so they prefer to live a lie.
Yeah.
And you got to be aware of that as well. Discernment.
Yeah.
Even if they knew the truth, they would be changing. But if they're choosing to not change, again, you cannot control other people, but you can control yourself. It's as I was telling you to look at pictures of money, pictures of wealth, pictures of abundance, because that's what you want to attract. And you are surrounding yourself with what you want. But if that person is not going to cherish where you are going or be a positive influence of where you are going, that person can become a negative influence in where you are going. Or that person can get into your life and damage you so much that you are no longer in your journey of growing. Your journey of getting better, because you have allowed a specific person to damage you mentally, physically, financially, spiritually. That's also why you have to be aware of the people you allow to have access to you or access to your life, especially when you know where you want to go. If you know where you want to go and you have made that decision for yourself, whoever is not going to want to come along, still go because you're doing it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah. So be like, you acting different. We're supposed to grow. What do you mean I'm acting different? I'm different and you still the same? Oh yeah, okay, bye.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to outgrow people, no matter who that is, family member, parents, kids, co-workers, because growth is an intentional and personal choice. Everybody ages, but not everybody grows.
Mm-hmm. I feel the spirit is asking me to have a lot of courage right now.
Follow it. Follow it.
Yes.
Once you receive an insight, follow it, because if you don't, well, deal with the consequences.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you.
You're very much welcome. And also, I know this testimony is going to help somebody else. So we are doing God's work. We are growing, healing, and speaking the truth together as a community. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I've been here for 2 hours in this class. Okay, then it's time to call it out. You want to add anything else you want to say before we finish the class?
Um, just thank you to the chat. Thank you, chat. I see there's 8 people here as well, and I know they're here to follow your teachings. And it takes a great deal of obedience, because what we're learning here is for our development. So we're here together, and this is a great place to be. And in this time and moment, there's no better place to be. The teachings of Ada, because you can't look everywhere and find it. And if you're here, like Ada said, if you're here, we know why you're here. And the answer is yes. For your journey, for your purpose, for where you're going, the answer is yes. The destination is for you, especially if you're here. So, very powerful. I believe in everybody here. And I'm honored, to be a student here and to recognize myself as a student, because I had to learn to ask for help, and I'm in a great place to be able to receive help. I've never been happier to say I need help. So thank you. Very beautiful.
Thank you. It was a success. Even if it just helped one person, it was a success. So, and see you all in class for the 31-day challenge. I already started it. The first video is already being published. It's somewhere on my TikTok. So you can be like, hey class, or hey, I'm gonna be here. I'm excited. Just share what you're looking forward to know in the challenge. So other people the community can be built, and other people can help you or cherish you in the journey.
Yes, I will go check it out right away.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And yeah, and with that comes to an end. Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'm talking to you watching this on YouTube. And if this makes sense to you here on TikTok, of course, follow the account. Why wouldn't you? It's all about love. It's all about positivity. It's all about success. It's all about having a community where you are allowed to be crazy. You are allowed to think positive. You are allowed to desire well. You are allowed to act good, think good, do good. You are allowed to just simply isolate yourself from negativity, from drama, from poverty, from sickness. You are allowed to. And you are not crazy. You are not crazy. You are not alone. And if you are crazy, oh well, welcome here. I love crazy people. I'm not normal. I don't think I'm normal. I don't want to be normal. I'm not perfect either. I don't want to be perfect. But I'm real though. I'm real and I am aligned. I am not normal. I am not perfect. But I am real and I am aligned. Also, thank you for those of you that listen to me, for those of you that share my content, for those of you that comment positive, send me prayers, for those of you that subscribe. Because me alone, I couldn't do it. It's because I have a community. It's because I've received questions. It's because I've received feedback. I'm here. So thank you to all of you. I don't take the support for granted because I know without other people, I wouldn't be here. So thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you are very active and participate in the 31-day challenge. 31-day challenge we started today. I'm excited for day 2. If you found the video on YouTube, comment about it. If you found a video on TikTok, comment about it. And if you're watching this after the 31 days, find the videos and still go to the classes because the classes are online. So even though if you didn't go through it at the exact time I was teaching it, whenever you find it, you can still use the knowledge, the resources, the information to renew your mind. Because if you renew your mind, you renew your life. Thank you. And to all my gems out there, by the way, gems is the name of my community. Everybody on my community, I call them gems. So to all my gems, I love y'all. I love you all. I love you all. And bye. And also, peep the creativity though. I was putting the hat on. I was like, let me do something different. Let me do something else. What can I do? What can I create? So I made, instead of one hat, I made it 2 hats. And no matter if I wear it like this, or like this, I'm still amazing. I'm still successful. I'm still prosperous. Fashion is self-expression, y'all. That's all it is. Self-expression, creativity, art. And I look good, and I feel good, and I think good, and I look good, and I smell good, and I do good. And that's every day.